Hey guys, this is just a quick little video, something I've been working on. Something I've been wanting to get done for quite a while is I get a lot of these loose Genesis games, and others like Rocket Knight Adventures, I picked up because, it was a good game. A lot of times I pick up, you know, uh, complete Genesis games, or at least I try to get them complete. Because being in a hard clamshell, they're easy to find complete, and they're usually pretty cheap. But once in a while you find a really good game that you want, and you pick it up. Even if it's loose. So Rocket Knight Adventures is a good example of a really good Genesis game that I have, but I don't have the case for. Well, luckily I had a few of these sports games, and no offense to anyone who likes the sports games. I personally do not care about the sports games, and I had Madden 96 and I had PGA Tour 96 that came with like a Sega Genesis bundle that I bought. But so I had these extra games lying around, and I thought, why not use the cases? If I don't care about these games, and maybe you can pick up a lot of these really cheap and basically buy them just to get the case. Anyway, so I had the hard cases. As you can see with Madden 96, I've already taken the hard case. This is everything else that came with it. And I thought, well, why not print, my own labels, and turn these into something I actually want for these. So I was able to find Rocket Knight Adventures, all the different covers. This is the Mega Drive, European Mega Drive cover. As you can see, Mega Drive, and it has all the languages. The key is you want to find it in a high enough resolution that you can read everything. This here is 1578 by 1020, so you can actually read all of this small print. That's the key. You have to find a very large, high resolution version of the cover, so that when you print it, you can actually read all the small print. And I thought that's a pretty good cover. I thought, maybe I'll use that cover. But to be a little bit more unique, I thought, hey, why not do the Japanese one? And once again, if we go to the actual size on this one, you can see that you can read all the small print. You can easily read all the small print. So it's a high resolution, high quality version of the cover. And this being the Japanese cover, but it still has the English title. Even on the side, it has the English title, and I thought it would give it a unique look. So I thought, yeah, I'm gonna print that. So I printed a test one out here. As you can see, I did a low ink, so I didn't waste ink. This is just very, very faded looking. It's a very low ink I did on this one, just to test the size. And I figured about 10.5 inches by 6.6 inches is pretty close to what the actual Genesis covers are. Now, I didn't come quite to the edge. You might be able to go like 10.55 or maybe even 10.6, 6.7. But this worked. This is 10.5 inches by 6.6 inches. So all you do is when you go to print it, because there's no templates for doing Genesis Genesis games, obviously. I'm using GIMP here, by the way, which is totally free. If you haven't used GIMP, this is GIMP 2. GIMP is an image editing program similar to Photoshop. It gives you all the layers and all the effects and filters and stuff, just like you get in Photoshop. But this is completely free, this program. So this is GIMP. If you don't have a decent photo editing kind of program, imaging program, this is definitely worth downloading. Like I said, it's totally free. But when you go into your print settings, you can just do it by the numbers, and you can punch in 10.5 by 6.6. Okay, so I printed that out, and then once I test fit it, I printed out the real one here. So as you can see, this looks, it looks pretty good. You can read the side. Get in the light here. Mega Drive, Rocket Knight Adventures. And you can read all the small print. My camera's not going to zoom in on that, so I'm going to focus on that. But you can read all the small print. Even down here you can read that. So it actually looks pretty good. And this is not on photo paper. This I did on just your cheap basic paper. Just to show that, that didn't really cost much. I didn't use the photo paper, which uses more ink and costs more for the paper. That's just plain paper. And once it's behind there, it's not like you're touching it anyways, and it's not like it needs to be shiny because the case has the shininess on it. So that doesn't look half bad. Like I said, there's a little bit of a gap there. So you probably could go up to 10.55 or maybe 10.6 if you want to experiment with that. But that's a good number to start with. I think this looks pretty good. I think this looks really good actually. And like I said, that's not fancy paper. And that looks pretty good. So I mean, there you go. I no longer have the case for Madden 96. Big deal. I mean, honestly, I could care less. And I've got Rocket Knight Adventures done. And like I said, you can download the PAL cover or the North American cover, or you can download the Japanese cover. Just to be unique, I thought I'd do the Japanese one on that. Just a matter of finding some of these, and I think that looks great. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys.